Hi there, Taurus. Thank you for joining me for your weekly forecast for week commencing the 14th of July. I want to beg this question: can we try too hard in life? Unfortunately, I think we can. When I was younger, people used to say that I tried too hard on things, and I never quite understood the meaning of this. But sometimes it is good to just let things go at their own pace. And there's certainly a very bubbly environment around your situation still. And that could see you wanting to make lots of phone calls or send text messages, but it's also important not to get careless or to try to do so much, to be so productive, that you actually end up achieving less, which is really meaningful. And with the Sun squaring up with Mars all through this week, the net result could be a real sense of stress. So when it comes to work or your health or your fitness approach, although you might be gaining a lot of information and receiving quite a lot of stimulating advice, do take your time before deciding what to do. However, there is a major change this week, and one which I think you're going to be delighted about, and that is that Jupiter, the planet of expansion and of good fortune, moves into a new part of your horoscope. It's going to be here for the next 12 months. Remember, this is the planet of luck. Traditional astrology used to focus on luck a great deal. These days it's more about creating our own good fortune by taking more responsibility and using the knowledge of astrology to make better plans, because astrology at the end of the day is all about timing. So if you're wanting to move in the next 12 months, take your first step on the property ladder, add to your family, perhaps get a new pet, or redecorate or remould your physical home, perhaps add in an extension. All these things could turn out to be very favourable for you in the next year, but you need to be proactive to make them happen for you. Don't sit back and be passive. Now, your ruler Venus is also going to be moving this week, and it moves into an absolutely splendid location for you, because it's going to give your word power just a little bit more of a luster over the next 28 days. It can see you more charming. It can see you just seem to captivate people more naturally, which takes us back to that thing about not trying too hard. But I think the news that will delight you the most is that strict Saturn, which is twisting backwards for the last 5.5 months in your sector of relating and relationships, does start to go forwards. Now, this isn't going to be a panacea for every relationship, but I think the combination of Venus moving into a chattier zone and Saturn going forwards can see an improvement in some key relationships. And if there have been some strains or frustrations, or you're single and you just don't seem to be able to connect with the person you really want, things can be more positive for you. But Saturn is still asking you to be very sincere and work very hard at the way you interact with others in the time to come. Now, there is a quarter moon on Saturday as this week draws to a close. And this quarter moon suggests that when it comes to words and communication, although Venus is going to be helping you, there still may be some gossip flying around. And what you should do is avoid getting involved in it, because as this week draws to a close, if you do even listen to some, suddenly someone could be quoting you as having said this, that and the other, when you've done nothing of the sort. So steer clear of anyone you know who tends to be a little bit flexible with the truth. It's been a real pleasure being with you. Thank you for joining me. Good luck and goodbye for now.